Changing Times Media, exploring new ideas that have the power to change the world.
I'm getting a glimpse into my son's 7-year-old perspective of reality, as it were. And I'm so curious about this because it's really an interesting, and this is my language, fertile territory to just witness. And the idea that you actually go into their dreams and how to help kids with their dreams. And you look at, even as an adult, as a parent, how I make sense of their little subconscious, worlds is really fascinating stuff.
Oh, it is fascinating. And the more we find out about it, the more we realize that certain things are typical at certain ages. For example, kids up until the age of 8 or 9 have quite a few nightmares. And it's not always a big indicator that something's terribly wrong or that, they're overwhelmed by stress. It seems to be part of the way that their subconscious handles things that they find difficult or stressful. In other words, it turns into a life or death movie where, the little squirrel that was cute now becomes a giant 6-foot-tall squirrel and is attacking them.
No, absolutely. So I guess my first question really is, my kids will have nightmares after certain shows, certain movies, and I have felt very guilty when that happens. I'm just curious about your thoughts on that.
Now, they're 5 and 7, you should say.
5 and 7, that's right, 5 and 7. And it doesn't have to be a movie that is necessary. I mean, it could be very much just a kid's movie, but it seems to trigger something in them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely. This is one of the things that's really tricky because kids, of course, love adventure and fantasy and stories, and yet they're very susceptible to kind of an overwhelm of stimulation.
Absolutely.
Kids can have bad dreams after a great, great day at the amusement park. And you're like, well, there was nothing negative or scary there, but it's just a matter of overstimulation sometimes. And their mind seems to process that intensity with nightmares sometimes. So it's almost like their circuits get overloaded a little bit. And we forget that their little minds are not as used to, all the television and the movies and the stimulation and the intellectual stuff flying at them all day the way our adults are.
And that's really interesting because both of our children, my daughter's 6, have sensory issues. So, but what's funny with my daughter? Well, she's really never been a good sleeper. Maybe that's why she rarely has dreams. I don't know. Maybe she's not. I don't think she's getting in the type of sleep that you have when you're dreaming or something. Because I think maybe once she's had a dream, like in all the time.